Hey there! If you're looking for a fun and easy way to earn rewards, including cash and prizes, check out the link in the video description.
Welcome to Reality Check, where we uncover the truth behind the headlines. Today, we're diving deep into the scandal that rocked the world of reality TV star Carl Radke. Stay tuned for all the shocking details on his first canceled engagement. I have to admit, when I was first introduced to Carl Radke during season 1 of Summer House, I was intrigued. He was tall, dark, and handsome. Totally my type. But he was the typical F*** boy who enjoyed playing around with his roommate's feelings. Sadly, also my type. In 2017, Carl was the guy who didn't wake up before 8 a.m., who could forget Kyle Cook and Carl's a home game, vs. an away game. Carl preferred them away because he enjoyed being the lone wolf, as his slick movements couldn't be tracked. A post shared by Carl Radke at Carl Radke Now. I had to go all the way back into the archives for this doozy, but I found it. In Season 1, Episode 1, Carl briefly talked about his almost first engagement. As he, Kyle, and Everett Weston sat down for lunch, they noticed the influx of new women being herded into the bar area. Gross guys. Carl couldn't help but crack the joke, "I stare because I care." Again, I say you. The guys discuss classic girl moves like stealing a guy's hat when Everett points out that Carl ghosted them the previous night. Carl joked that he obviously had to get his hat back, meaning he went home with the mystery woman. So first things first, Season 1 Summer House dudes were just frat boys unleashed. But here is where it gets interesting. A post shared by Carl Radke at Carl Radke Now. It wasn't his mom, Sharon, even though the two have a very close relationship. Carl brought up that when he lived in Los Angeles, he had been involved in a very serious relationship. So serious that he almost rented a skywriter for an engagement move. According to Carl, he had been in a relationship for 2 years. But there was a lot of pressure from her. She had 4 sisters who were all married, and she was kind of getting that biological clock thing going. Honestly, as he is saying these words in his confessional, the story just sounds weird. Carl tells the guys he didn't end up following through on the engagement, noting, "Oddly enough, I broke up with her on her private plane." Yeah, right, Carl. After rewatching the scene, I picked up a pattern with Carl. The Loverboy consultant joked that he wasn't about all the glam but wanted to find a stripped-back woman, and this one couldn't live in a cardboard box with me. Ugh, this scene did not age well. A post shared by FaceReality16 at FaceReality16, someone, "Please send help because after rewatching the scene, I went on an epic deep dive. First, I searched social media back to the time of the show, and while I did find a few photos of Carl with what I assume are partners, I failed to find any with 4 sisters and a private jet. Also, no one wants to live in a cardboard box. Maybe Carl wants a woman with 0 expectations from him as a financially stable adult." The moment actually seemed to come full circle, as Lindsay Hubbard's expectations from a husband freaked him out. A post shared by Carl Radke at Carl Radke. In my opinion, Carl loves the chase. Carl dumped the mystery girl, Lauren Workus, and Lindsay. But also, these are single people supposedly being able to enjoy their single lives while being filmed. Carl is no different. Carl is one of those people who has invested his entire life into his outward persona. He's a human chameleon. And while the private jet girl may have been dumped 10,000 feet in the sky, maybe she dodged a major bullet. But if you ever need a skywriter, Carl knows a guy. Tell US, do you think Carl had a pattern when IT comes to dating and committing to women?